Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Right back to Dixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks. Setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The play clock's running down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Pass interference. Defense.
So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And Josh Hill has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. But clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
You see the numbers on the ground for Dixon a week ago. 15 carries, 58 yards. Flacco looks to throw over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Play action, Flacco. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are in for 6. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. So quick on the spin.
Oh, he's spinning, man.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Look at the spin. Balance. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down, Flacco now. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Passing play, Flacco, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And now Oakland ready to take the field. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Marty! Marty!
They'll try and throw for it here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot! Watch it now, Marty! Marty! All right, now, look at 56! All right, now, look at 56!
He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Here we go now. Madden NFL, here we go. No. Jack, Patriot! Patriot! Leopard! Leopard!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Green 39! Green 39! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Whoosh. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Green 39! Watch it now, Marty! Marty! All right, now, look at 56! Look at 56! Back down in that belly, here we go!
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shane Ray leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! No. Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Look at 56! Look at 56!
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley.